All right, boys, so we're back in part 2. I apologize for, once again, my absolutely shitful internet connection. Thanks, Time Warner. So, all right, so what we were talking about was if we take our seven strikers that we have at the club, okay? Griff, Kazim Richards, Cole, Chifty, Stokes, Nesbitt, Skepovich. Give me, I don't know where we cut off there, so give me your order, Chris, was Griff, Kazim Richards, Nesbitt, Skepo, Stokes, Cole, and Chifty. That's what I said. Okay. Mine is Griffiths, Stokes, Skepo, Kazim Richards, Nesbitt, Cole, and Chifty. With Cole and Chifty tied at the bottom. That's how much I think of Colton Cole at this point in time. I just think he's basically a tank. If you think that Scott Brown is immobile, I don't know how. I think our boy Cole is immobiler.
Is that even a word?
It is now. That's my name for him, immobiler.
Yeah,
but that's, I mean, it may absolutely just amazing. So anyway, tell me what you tell me the next thing. One more thing, we'll let you guys roll out of here because I know we're live 1 minute ago back into this here, but there was this whole big issue about 4-4-2. Do you think it made a difference today?
I think the running the 4-4-2 just does one thing, and that's a mindset.
And that just makes fans happy because they want to hear 4-4-2.
Well, yeah, and I mean playing two up top. I'm always going to be a fan of playing two up top. I don't think we've developed the just playing one up top correctly. But anytime you have two up top, I think it's a mindset of, you know, we're gonna push instead of, you know, waiting for the opportunities.
I think so too.
I mean, it probably didn't make a whole lot of difference today. I mean, you know, part-time team East Kilbride.
Now let me ask you. So that being said, I want one more thing. So if that being said, what did you think of Mulgrew being running the middle of the field today?
I'm not a fan. Something's still off with Charlie. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, but I mean, I'm like you. I like the guy and all, but he just hasn't seemed himself in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, he's been hurt almost the entire time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it just why is he even trying to run out there? I mean, anytime you have somebody that's had injuries and this, that, and the other, and you know, you just stick them out there, hoping that they're going to be, you know, the way that they were, you know, a season and a half ago. It's just not the same.
Yeah. All right. So one last thing I want to talk to you about. You and I are sports fans in general. Today is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we're doing this. Are you doing a show today, by the way?
I am, because fuck the Super Bowl. Get the Rebels on.
Get the Rebs on. So I understand that. So let me ask you this: we've watched college football together.
Yes.
We've been this is probably, I think, the second year in a row that we've been on a Super Bowl Sunday.
Huh?
I think so.
That's kind of crazy.
It is kind of crazy, but because I really don't care. And the only person that responsible, you know, for me doing this, you know, because I haven't watched professional football in absolutely years. And then Brian Flanagan gets me to join some stupid. I say stupid, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. I won't do it again though. A fantasy football league. And I haven't watched professional football in years. And all of a sudden now I can't enjoy football because I'm screaming at one player rooting for another team to do well, and I hate that team. I had Tom Brady. I hate everything Boston, and I had Tom Brady as my quarterback. You talk about dichotomy. Oh my God. Anyway, it's not like rooting for a Rangers player, but I mean it was pretty fucking close for me.
Like I've never really been a football fan in the first place, and I never really understood the whole fantasy football thing.
Don't do it. Whatever you do, don't do it. Don't do it. Sorry, Brian. I hate to do that to you. Sorry, Doc, but there's no way in the world I'm getting back to that again. It is just painful to do because, I mean, it
just seems too much like work.
It is work. It is work. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. It was work. But anyway, so we've been through this football thing, baseball. You've watched the Braves before. Everyone knows I'm a huge Yankee fan. Always have been. Grew up watching as far back as Bobby Mercer. Yes, I'm that old. But my point is, Chris, let me ask you this. Do you know, if you turn a game on, can you tell me, if you just turned it on like the fourth inning, you tell me who's actually umpiring a baseball game?
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, hold on.
Can you name three umpires?
I can name one umpire in baseball, and he does not do it anymore. But do you remember Dutch Renner?
Dutch Renner, because he goes, oh! Yeah, and he took the big stump out. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Yes. The character, not the umpire, the character.
Yes.
And he was even a National League umpire, if I remember correctly.
That is
from the Braves.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, good. Yep. Or Eric, what was the big guy? Eric, I forget. Anyway, that's all I know. I don't know anybody else. If you ask me NBA, I've watched NBA games before. The only one I know, and only because I heard his name the other day, there's a guy, he's retiring, and he's he doesn't like a couple other players. I mean, I don't even remember the guy's name anymore. There's only one guy I remember in basketball, and if you said his name, I'd know it. That's how bad it is. In soccer, I couldn't tell you who the hell umpire referees U.S. national team games, or international team games, or even MLS games. I have no freaking clue, right? In college football, God, there's a billion people. The only umpire or basketball guy I know is Sean Brennan. He's the only ref I know in basketball.
Yes.
Okay, if I see him around, I know he's a ref. Why in the world, every time that I turn on a game, Thompson was in the middle today against for Hibs and Rangers, or why do I know Why do I know all these people that referee these games? Why do we know this? Can you help me understand why I know, why it matters to me?
Because I'll be going down a dark hole if I do this, but it is a Scottish Football Association, for whatever reason, every single Celtic match has the same 3 or 4 guys, and they all determine the outcome of a situation or partial game or something. Unlike any other sport, especially here in the States, like they have an opinion and a weighted mindset that could potentially cause Celtic issues. It's a way of dancing around it, but
it kills me.
Seriously. I mean, it's hung with a whistle.
I don't. You know what? I don't want to believe that.
But see, the thing is, though, is like that's just. I don't want to believe that either, because in my opinion, from the American perspective, I think the best, that officials just want to call a even, fair game, right? Like that's what they're there to do. They're there to do a job, and that is to officiate the game based upon what happens. But every single time in the SFA, there's something that happens. It's determined by 3 or 4 people.
It is. I couldn't pick a MLB umpire out of a lineup, but I know who the hell John Beaton is. Yes. I know who Craig Thompson is. I know who Willie Collum is. I know who Andrew Dallas is. I shouldn't know these people. I should know who the hell these people are. I should know who Bobby Madden is.
But again, they've got more power than anything.
Why do we know? We shouldn't know these names at all. We should. No, I should turn the game on and go, oh, that's a nice guy in the middle. Like it's watching Italian games. You know what you know what I say when I see an Italian referee? Man, their sense of fashion is really good. That's
a sweet gold chain, bro.
Let me tell you something. How does that whistle not get stuck in your chest hair? That is so cool. That is so cool. Look at that Diodora kit that guy's got on. And the pink socks. He's rocking pink socks. I mean, those guys look cool. And then I look at these guys, I'm like, what a fucking nutwad. It just kills me. It kills me to watch these guys over and over and over again. It just really does. I hate them. I don't like them at all. And I shouldn't know who the hell these people are. And then all of a sudden now, especially the Willie Collins of the world. He drives me up the wall.
All of them drive me up the wall. I mean, because here's the thing. This time of year, you've got the League Cup matches, you've got the Scottish Cup, final 8 of that, and just what happens in the league. This is the time of year that funny things happen. And then you look at it and you go, why is this happening? What was the call? That wasn't a free kick. That wasn't, that dude clearly helped himself to the floor.
Well, I asked the question because it is I just happened to find a dodgy stream this morning when I got up early to watch Hibs and Hearts, right? And I wanted to see if my boy Stokesy was looking better. And by the way, he needs a second round of implants. He's got a spot on that hair that's kind of not the bald spot's not really working all that well. But anyway, my point is that what we've got to work. I mean, I'm looking at what he's got going on there as far as looking at the game, and all of a sudden I see Craig Thompson. I'm not saying that I'm smart or I knew more than anybody else, but I do know that when you step in someone's way, when you go to actually take a free kick, that's a yellow card. Just you don't get out of the way. It's a yellow card. I mean, you're not supposed to be there to impede. I mean, it happens for my kids' games all the way up to other games, and it happened in a game I saw yesterday. Happened in the U.S. game the other day. Okay, this guy literally knocks over the guy taking the free kick and stands on top of the ball, and he just basically tries to push him away. Why? Come on! Doesn't someone say, "Can we get someone else here?" I'd rather at least have an excuse of someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Is that fair? At least I can say if it was like an 8th grade referee, oh, okay, he doesn't know the rules. This guy's supposed to know the fucking rules, and I should know his name.
There should be a petition to have different leagues, whether it's the Spiffle.
Oh, okay. Have
an exchange program. The EPL, the Bundesliga, La Liga, and then hey, for the next 2 months, we're going to have these other officials.
And Willie Collins gets appointments in Europe. I can riddle me that. Riddle this to me. Make sense. Someone help me make sense of that. He gets gigs in Europe.
Of course he does.
That's when I see a patient go to a surgeon that I wouldn't cut my steak, and I'm like, why did you go there? I don't understand that.
Well, we're trying to save a couple dollars here.
Oh, that makes sense. Now, got it. So listen. So we play, and I want to belabor this whole issue, but we play next Saturday as our next game.
That's right.
Home, Ross County.
Yes.
Ross County. Oh, by the way, and when I said earlier, it wasn't Killy. I saw the game in Tampa. It was St. Johnston, but that's our last game was the 23rd at home. We now have played 3 games away from home. We come back. We play Ross County at home. Do you think we end up with a hard time at Ross County? I mean, against Ross County at home?
I want to say no.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, it is a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff, Central Park time. I want to see. I want to see people there. I know I'll be up watching the game here. So Ross County at home. But give me an idea. What do you think score wise?
3-1 us.
3-1 us. Okay.
The good guys.
We play 2 up top?
Hopefully. I mean, there's no reason not to. Or is there? Fuck, I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
I'm so confused because, like, I'm on the bandwagon. I think it's time for Ronnie to go, at least see the writing on the wall. But at the same time, like, I don't want to abandon all hope that we can't.
Because you want him to do it.
Yeah, and I mean that's just the toughest thing. Like, I've had to hold my tongue so much on Twitter and other social media just because, like, I don't know. I just don't like when Celtic fans are either disagreeing with each other or somebody's like, oh, you're talking piss because you think this way or whatever. Like, I want to be able to come in the morning, turn on the match, watch the match, pull for Celtic, done. Win or lose, I'm going to be there. I'm going to watch it, and of course we can talk about things and we can say this, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, like, I've seen tweets that are like, we should definitely try to lose and do this kind of stuff.
No.
And I'm like, that's. No, hell no. I mean,
that would make me no different from an NFL fan hoping, or NBA fan.
Exactly.
I blow the rest of the season because I have no chance of doing anything. No. There's too much to play for. There's too much at stake to games on purpose.
Okay, so yeah, we don't have the treble on, but we do have the double. We did that last year, and I did see an interesting tweet the other day that was talking about, like, where we were last year at this time, and yeah, we were only 3 points ahead of Aberdeen last year.
At the same point in time, that is correct.
So, I mean, and we won the league by how many games? Or how many points?
A lot.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm not ready to push the panic button.
No, let me go through this with you. Now that you say that, I have the schedule up. So let me go through the next 5 games. So let's go through the next 6 games. You ready? Ross County at home, Inverness at home, Hamilton away, Dundee at home, Thistle at home, Killie at home. Thistle away, Killie away. Those are the next 6 games. If we take it to the split, you add 2 more games before the split, which is Hearts at home and Motherwell away. So Ross County, Inverness, Hamilton, I would say give me an over-under for me here. 4 points dropped.
Oof. I'm going to say the under.
You think we're going to lose less than 3 points over those 8 games?
Yeah. I think we'll come together.
All right.
I mean, every time you think that we're done and we're out or whatever, we scrape by with a 1-0 or a 2-1 or something, and we get the points.
Okay.
I've got no other reason to believe that we would do anything but that.
Okay, so let me do this. Let me pull up. I'll look at these real quick. I'll give you the next. Let's see. Attendance. Here you go. All right, so these are the next. February 6th. What's today? The 7th. Okay, so basically February 6th. February 15th, February 6th. St. Johnston, Aberdeen, they won that game. Okay, so these are your next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games for Aberdeen. They are away to Thistle. Away to Inverness, sorry. Home, away to Thistle, away to Partick. Home to St. Johnston. Away to Aberdeen. Away to United. Dundee United. Home to Killie. Away to Motherwell. Home to the Ackies, and then away to Hearts. I could see them dropping points at Hearts.
Yep. I would also see them dropping points to St. Johnston too.
Yeah, well, it's close, yeah. But they remember they beat St. Johnston 3-2 on the road yesterday. So Motherwell on the road, maybe? Or will they help us out and find a way to go ahead and throw points down the shitter just for fun? Are they past that, you think?
Maybe.
I know, right?
Maybe.
I know.
I mean, other than watching them play us, I haven't seen enough of Aberdeen this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, there can be slip ups.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I mean, if the season ended today, who's at the top of the table?
Well, I mean, really, to be honest with you, with the goal difference, it's actually a 3.5 point lead. But I don't want. Could you imagine having to win the last day because you want to edge out Aberdeen on the goal difference?
No.
I have my lining of the stomach that I have to worry about. Couldn't do that shit. No. Let's just leave that as it lays. Let's just leave that one alone. So I think that our end of the deal here is a lot easier to deal with. We get Inverness at home, which is the easy one. Thistle away, Killy away, Motherwell away. I don't see problems there. I really don't.
Nope.
I really don't. And Inverness is the only game I'd be worried about if we were on the road to Inverness. But I don't see that happening. Our home game's Dundee. That's a 3-point. Maybe a 4 or 5 point, 4 or 5 goal victory. Thistle, same thing. Killy, we've had some issues with Killy thereabouts. Motherwell, not really. I don't see us drop it. I think that's under 4 points drop between now and the split.
Yeah.
That's where we actually start to pull away like it was last time. And then once the split happens, then we're only dealing with the top teams and it goes from there. But that's just me. I just think that's what's going to happen. I think this is where we start to go ahead and pull away. If now I've seen a couple tweets, and this is where I kind of differ with some people. If you really believe that team and that management is really going to win the league at a canter, you're kidding yourself. I honestly believe that the way Ronnie played that game today, it was more of a training session than anything else. That's just me. I don't think that's big of a deal. I think if it was really, really an important game that we were playing and we were dealing with something when it came down to a game that was really, really important. I don't think Mo Group plays in that game, and I think that's something. I think Baton's in there, and like we said, by the way, like we called 2 weeks ago. As soon as Bruni comes in, who's dropped from the team?
Yep.
Johansson. I'm not saying we're right ever. We were right that one time.
I mean,
we were right that one time.
But we definitely need Bruni to shave his head.
We definitely yes. Kickstarter.
That's got to happen.
I have an extra clippers here. I will go ahead and send him. I have two sets of clippers here at the house. I will go ahead and send him one. He needs it badly. But anyway.
So New Orleans was jam up.
Let me tell you what, boys. New Orleans, Steve's awesome. Every time I go there, the first time I was there for an early game, I had to fly at like 11 in the morning, and I was down there for a 6:30 a.m. start, and I was drinking Guinness and had whatever. And he's like, we're not even open yet. Don't even worry about it. I'm like, dude, let me pay. He's like, no. And he even ordered breakfast. I eat breakfast. They pay for everything. He's like, phenomenal. The guys are awesome. And then I get down there again. It's like the first Guinness, first Magnus, whatever. It's like, here, no problem. I don't care. I'm like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. So, tip the bartenders, everything else. I mean, the bar is really cool. It really is. And they get, 5, 6, 8 guys there for games. Every for whatever game midweek there was 4 guys there, 4 Celtic fans watching the game there. Celtic TV, the game on Gold TV, they have the whole entire thing. But they have a bunch of other stuff going on. It's not like the Plow where it's just that only, but they're totally into it. And by the way, one of the coolest places out off the beaten path because it's in Midtown, and you can take the trolley out and then walk a couple blocks and you're right there. So it's a cool joint. Steven should be commended. The Finn McCool's is just awesome. And then I was out at Tampa with at Flanagan's out in Dunedin, which is really, really cool. They had 6, 7 guys there. A couple guys from Toronto actually were down playing golf, and they come watch the game. And awesome place. Really, really cool. Love the game. I love it when you're in there and you just hear the "Come on, Celtic!" I just love that. I just love hearing that. I feel like I'm there until it buffers. Celtic TV buffers. Then I realize I'm not anywhere near Glasgow anymore. But that's
yeah. And I mean,
come on, Celtic.
It was kind of funny last week when we were in Philadelphia. I was sitting on the same table with JP upstairs eating my breakfast when it started buffering.
Yeah.
And I just kind of looked over at him and he was like,
he just knew.
You could tell he was going to say something to somebody when he got back.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him. I mean, listen, having met him and chatted with him, I have more respect than I could ever have imagined for him. He is in an absolute no-win situation.
Exactly.
He is between not just a rock and a hard place. He is both. He is the rock and the hard place. You got to imagine. I mean, I'll put it this way: between 0 to 10, 0 being not at all, 10 being a Celtic fan, he's a 10.
Yeah,
and he's also going to be a company man, and I respect him. And we said, remember, we hung out with him for a little bit on Friday on Friday, and before everything kicked off, everything else, and I don't think he was anything. He didn't talk to us like he worked for the club. He was just himself. He's just JP, and he didn't tell us anything that we shouldn't know. He was honestly, listen, I can tell you how I feel. I can't tell you anything else. And I told him this when we were sitting there. I told him, I said, listen, JP, I've met 3 or 4 people from the club, and every one of them are just outstanding people. And whether or not they're Celtic fans or not, they're just outstanding people. And you, the cherry on top. And I'm glad I'm happy to say that. That makes me happy. You know what I mean? I like that. And he was really, really cool. And it's him. And I think and please, if you're listening to this and you're not in the U.S. or you're not, if you're in the UK or you can actually make it to games, please understand this is not meant out of disrespect to you. This is just totally true. We talk about how we're going to put this together. This is about our time at the pub afterwards that we don't get because we're not there. And we're trying to, cater it kind of towards the thought process of how a U.S. sports fan or, a sports fan outside of the UK would actually look at this. I thought the most important thing, like I said earlier, about JP being there was the fact that he got to watch the game on Celtic TV.
Yep.
For us.
Yeah.
To me, that was the biggest thing. And we had the interview with him on the show on Friday, and he was, stand-up guy, love him to death. I really do. Respect him to no end. And the interesting part is, I want to think, he didn't answer. I didn't ask him this question, so I don't know what he feels about this. But you have to think the club has someone who listens to these podcasts. They have to. They have to have someone who scours this and then pays attention. They have to have someone who's like listening. So I know you're listening. I've heard it from other people. It wasn't from JP. I heard it from other people a couple years ago that they listen to everything and they write down what we say, and everything else is basically what I was told. Now, do I believe that one thing? No, not really. I really don't think they care what we say, but do they listen? Maybe. But does it really matter? Do you think what we do here or what we say here really matters to them, the people in the we'll call it in the high castle, we'll call them?
Yes, because I'm a special snowflake and everything that I say is true.
Honest and true.
Yeah.
Honest and true.
No, come on, man. I mean, look, if anything, well, let me back up. JP was just a class act all the way around. You could tell that he lives and breathes for that club, and he's a genuine person, and he was listening to what we were saying. We were listening to what he was saying, and whether anybody at the club actually listens to podcasts or whatever, that's totally irrelevant in my opinion, because it's a fact that they're a part of the community as much as the next person. And that's what matters. Is that like everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled to think a certain way, and that's at the end of the day. Why should anybody at the club listen to what a couple of Yanks are saying about the club? But at the same time, listening to us and having a appreciation to the worldwide, quote, Celtic family, that does benefit everyone, right? Because it creates dialogue. Am I wrong?
Yeah, I'll give you dialogue, but do you think there's a point in which we get to the point where people think they're self-important?
I mean, no. I mean, I don't think. I'm really skeptical of people that want to say that they are that every opinion matters. That their opinion outweighs every other person's opinion.
But there are yes, but that's the problem with social media.
Right.
There are informed comments, and there are like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" comments.
That's exactly my point. Is that, you know, one person saying something doesn't justify everybody having to say it. That one person's opinion on social media should not be taken as gospel, or, you know, that's truly the way things are. But again, that's I mean, it's just all a matter of opinion.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I'm all about like if you want to, you know, if you have an argument with us, that's cool. If you don't like what we have to say, that's cool. I don't do it for you. We do it for us. This is our chance for us to basically take up time that we pay for on Spreaker for us to actually get together and chat. But here's the thing. Here's what's interesting. You ready? I'd see a lot of comments about different things, and whether or not I know the police were looking into whether or not something about the IRA sorting out Celtic team or something like that. There was something on the huddle board. One of the funniest comments I read was that someone said that the comment like that doesn't help the team. I almost laughed so hard I blew out, you know, some type of like excrement system. You gotta be kidding. Do you think the team gives a shit what goes on the huddle board? No. Just the same, they don't listen to us. That's the reason why I started out, you know, with that whole big thing about 442. Where is it, Ronnie? Ronnie, are you fucking? Dude, come on. They are in their own bubble. They couldn't care less. And you know what's funny? You may, as a huge baseball fan that I am, one of the funniest things I ever read was, and you may or may not remember this. Back in like 2003, the Red Sox had lost to the Yankees again as usual. Okay. Death taxes and the Yankees beating the Red Sox. But what happened was they had won a couple years later. They finally won. I think they beat the Cardinals that year. And they had gone down in a series, and Manny Ramirez basically said, "Hey, listen, guys, this doesn't mean anything to me. How you feel about the game means nothing to me. I don't care. I really don't care. You can go ahead and bitch all you want. You're mad at me because I struck out? Fuck you. I don't care." It basically is what he said. And they're just like, yeah, whatever. And the entire press and the fandom went after Manny Ramirez. And as soon as he was just honest and said, "Listen, I don't care what you think or what you say," guess what they did a couple weeks later? They won the World Series. These guys, they may, I mean, listen, Kieran Tierney may honestly feel that way, and I hope he does. Okay? And he may honestly be a Celtic man. And from all accounts and everything else, and the way he cares and the food and everything else, that may be his gig. And God bless him. I hope that's exactly what he is down deep inside. But you know what? When you're inside the bubble, you don't care. You don't care. And to think that anything we say or do here changes anything over there, you're out of your mind. I mean, we may get an ear from someone at the club going, "Hey, listen, they're saying this." You think Uncle Peter really cares? No.
That's exactly my point. Is that whatever I say, I know that it's not going to affect anybody other than who I deal with on social media. Period. And even then, it's only going to go as far as dialogue. Like, you know, somebody will be like, you're talking shit, and you know, you don't know what you're talking about, you know, Paul.
I want to talk about you the other day. What was up with that? What's up with your pants? Who the hell wears orange corduroys?
Dude, first of all, they're not
orange. Give me the rust.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Salmon?
I'm not gonna. You know, you want to have this whole discussion about what color my fucking pants are.
No, I'm just asking.
Dude, they're like a brown color. And see, I shouldn't have used the damn filter for those for the picture either.
Hashtag bad filter.
Yeah, because they're like a rust colored brown colored pants, and you're like, oh, who wears orange? They're not fucking orange. Come on, dude.
I don't wear orange.
I mean, look,
listen, I refuse. I don't even let my son wear orange boots.
Do you honestly think I could walk around Athens, Georgia, wearing orange?
Yeah, because they don't care. They don't take it to that level, do they? Unless you, I mean, those. And by the way, they weren't orange pants; they were burnt orange. So you're really a UT fan, like a Texas fan, as compared to a UT fan.
Yeah, Amanda just made a good point. Who's honestly giving two shits about the color of my pants?
Me.
Just Dr. J.
Just Dr. J. Tell Amanda I love her and she's awesome.
All right, will do.
There you go. So before I let you go, you had some Buckfast last weekend. So
I did.
You did?
And I still have a bottle here. I
know. I forgot to bring mine, and the best was all of the stuff that we had there.
Yes, there was a lot consumed.
There was Buckfast. That's cool. Buckfast.
Yeah,
Buckfast was good. Anything else you want to get into? Because we're about an hour and a half into this, 2 hours.
I'm off the sauce till St. Patrick's Day, so I'm good.
You know, I took my wife to New Orleans for her birthday. After I met her in Atlanta on Sunday, we went to New Orleans for her birthday, and I remember laying there on Wednesday night after dinner again and drinks again, trying to forget the Aberdeen match. Laying there going, you know what? I've done so well. Even the whole thing with Harper and the homeboys about Fat Club and everything else. I'm doing really, really well. I'm down 2 shirt sizes, doing really, really well. And ever since we got back from Christmas vacation, everything else. Yeah. Great. And all of a sudden I'm laying there going, oh God, it took me, I think 6 Tums to get to the airport, and I had to beg Delta to let me take a later flight. I would not have made it. That's how bad I felt. So yes.
When? Wednesday?
Wednesday, yes. Because we drank Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I drank Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because I basically drank for a week, and I feel like an absolute fucking pumpkin right now. Disgustingly bloated, like a Peanuts balloon going down the middle of Manhattan on Thanksgiving Day in the Macy's Day Parade. That's what I feel like right now.
Well, this is actually the 3rd year I've done it. After Philadelphia, I kind of blew it out. Philadelphia, blah blah blah, and then this is like my recovery month and a half, where I'm just resetting my liver. I mean, it's good. A little bit of water, a little bit more coffee.
Back on
just kind of reset the system.
Back on my vitamins, loads of them. I did not feel good. So I've been home, back eating healthy again, back on my regular diet. I've been feeling much, much better. But dear God, I can't do that anymore. I'm too old. I'm too old for that.
What I actually had to eat for lunch on, I guess it was either Monday or Tuesday. Once I got back from Philadelphia, as I went, and I got a chicken Philly from this place. I was eating, and I was like, "It's not Jim Steaks, but I didn't have meat on that one." By the way,
if I know, listen, Jerry, I know you're listening. Okay, you may not be listening now, but you will be. Did you hear him rip us on Salty Dreams about how bad the sandwich was at Jim Steaks?
Well, I mean,
come on, listen, it has nothing to do with the quality. It's something you have to do. It's like, it's like Rome. I have to drink wine, whether it's good or not. You drink wine in Rome, right? No?
Is that what you're supposed to do when you're in Rome?
Yes.
I don't know. I've never been.
All right. When you're in Athens on a Saturday in October, where should you be?
In a parking lot drinking a Coors Light that somebody handed to you.
Exactly. That's my point. That's when you go to Rome, when in Rome, blah, 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 do as the Romans. That's what it is. It has nothing to do, anything else. It has nothing to do with anything else. You gotta experience it. Now you can say, listen, now you can honestly say, I've been there. It was an experience.
True. True.
And by the way, Campos I think was better than Jim's.
Agreed.
Yeah, Campos is much better.
Because Jim's didn't have steaks. They don't have chicken.
Jim's doesn't have chicken. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. And we waited in line at Jim's.
Yeah.
Where we had gone to Campos, we'd have been in and out 2 minutes. So just a little inside Philly cheesesteak talk. Just a little inside Philly cheesesteak talk.
But let me just say this: Philadelphia is an absolute blast. I love it. It's bigger and better every year. This year was beyond the pale.
You want to give some love? I haven't done this yet. You want to give some love to the Plowboys and Jameis and those guys?
I mean, just an incredible setup. Phenomenal, music, phenomenal service. We're treated like kings. Everybody knows everybody. It's just the Plowboys do a phenomenal job of hosting, 200, 300 Tims coming in from all over the world. I mean, the best part, well, there's many best parts, but Sean and I were walking back from the hotel late Saturday night, and across the road, across Market Street, I mean, this is like at 2:30 in the morning, and we hear Celtic. and we're across the road. We don't really see where it's coming from or whatever, but we just hear it. And it was three guys that I hadn't gotten to talk to yet. The guy from Los Angeles.
Oh, nice.
Jim.
Yeah. Okay.
And him and Brock from the Bronx Boys, and there was another lad there too, but I don't remember his name off the top of my head. But anyway, we went back and we're like, no, we're gonna have, let's cap the evening off, and we went back to his hotel room, and he had a bottle of Johnny Walker Green.
Oh.
And so Sean and I in this hotel room, drinking Johnny Walker
was I passed out
Green.
by then?
Dude, you had been back at the hotel like, I don't know, an hour.
Hour. You know why?
Maybe
I was
an hour and a half.
at a hotel an hour and a half before that.
Because you were hammered.
Yeah, because I was hammered, and because I was drinking it. What time in the morning? You had just gotten there.
No. Dude, this was on Saturday.
I know, because Saturday morning I was up with Liam at just after the blessing.
Yeah. I had some work stuff I had to do Saturday morning, so I didn't make it in there for the blessing, but I mean, just a phenomenal time though. If anybody's listening, if you get a chance next year, just go ahead and book it. There are no strangers, only friends that I haven't met yet. And Philadelphia is by far, the highlight of my Celtic year. Getting to see everybody. I mean, especially because people like myself that don't have a day in, day out club that they can go to, a local CSC where there's 5 or 6 people at least. It connects everybody. You can put faces with names. It's absolutely incredible.
Agreed. You know why that's incredible?
No, but I'm sure you can tell me.
Because they're everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally
exactly.
Everywhere. Now, let me ask you this. After an event like that, you could go to Sonoma, you could go to LA, you could go to New Orleans, you could go to anywhere. Toronto, Chicago, Michigan. We've been invited to more football games. We have to do a traveling football thing this fall. Like,
yes.
My buddy, love you, man. He played my co-pilot. He was my Maverick. He helped land the plane on the deck of the actual aircraft carrier on Saturday night. God bless you.
Yeah, because you were like Goose after he hit his head.
Yeah, exactly. I was out. I was dead in the water. But anyway, that type thing. Rick Roberts, God bless him. Come on, we got to go to a Michigan game. I mean, between that, South Carolina, Michigan, Georgia, Sonoma, I got more events planned. I got more things. My calendar is full already for next year.
Yeah.
But anyway, so anything else you want to get into before we go? It's time to give people their Sunday back because it's almost time for Super Bowl Sunday here, which is the reason to drink. So
Yeah, I'm not even going to turn that shit on. Fuck it.
But I mean, your show's you're going to go off just the kickoff, so you'll be fine. You'll hear them.
Yeah. Like even if you just want to like turn off the sound and like have Rebels playing, I think that'd be probably the best way to watch the Super Bowl is just to have some Rebs on.
Yep, on Celtic Dreams, right?
Yeah. So Celtic Dreams on Spreaker. I go on at 5 Eastern time, which would be 10 o'clock Celtic Park time. Just look it up. You can find me on Twitter at @AthrightMorton1 or find the Celtic Dreams Facebook page. And yeah, I mean, it's just I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I'm going to get Big G on. I know he's traveling and whatever, doing some work. So, but yeah, it's going to be good. I got my music kind of lined up. So yeah.
And by the way, just so everyone knows, I know how much he raised. How much? Almost 500 pounds.
Yeah, just south of 500 pounds.
Or $500 or was 500 pounds? I forget whichever one it was.
No, it was 500 pounds.
500 pounds.
And I mean, overall, I think everybody between the Celtic Foundation, I think they raised like 418 pounds. William Kelly,
almost another 500.
He had almost another 500 pounds, and then Celtic Dreams, the Glasgow Mission, they raised almost 500 pounds
in donations just from a bunch of people across the sea.
Yeah,
good job by those guys. That's amazing.
Hands across the water.
Hands across the water. There you go. There's your Paul McCartney for the day.
That's about all you're going to get.
That's about all I got for you too. I don't know the rest of it. But anyway, Chrissy boy.
Yes, sir.
You got a 2-0 win. We move on. That was really the point. Listen, it's more about moving on, isn't it?
It is.
Cup games.
I mean, like I said earlier, funny things happen this time of year. So we're through the next round.
Moving on.
Let's regroup. Let's get better.
On up to the knee side. That kind of stuff, right?
Yes.
There you go. Little Jeffersons for you. Anything else we can do?
Weezer.
I think it's time we're done.
Yeah. I think we can go off on the Jeffersons.
I think we'd go off on the Jeffersons. All right, Chris. Hail, brother. We'll see you later.
Hail, check it out.
Rev, we love you. Paul, not so much.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we love you too.
I know